What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from The Quartering, and I continue to cover a topic that is close to my heart because it is close to me geographically. 5 or 10 minutes up the road, a city that I enjoy greatly. Their food and establishments and shopping. You know, Waukesha is probably the city before they put in a mire between us and them, where I would go for everything. I went to the Walmart there, ate dinner at La Estacion, still eat there all the time. There's lots of good Mexican food there. And, there's lots of great people there. Downtown is great. There's this great a la carte restaurant there. I wish I could think of the name of it. Best fried chicken I've ever had in my life. And the news keeps reporting that some crazy old SUV just went careening off. We need common sense SUV control now, is essentially what the report has been. And cowardly Joe Biden, who made plenty of time for that Jacob fellow, who received a lead injection, rightfully so, he made time for him and let my city burn, let a city in my state burn last time. Kenosha was totally fine with that. Conveniently is too busy to make an appearance in Waukesha, a place where I believe 7 people now won't be coming home, and that number continues to possibly increase as many people continue to receive treatment. Joe Biden doesn't care about that. He'll go visit Jacob, though, make sure he gets his photo op with the guy that, was reaching for something and received a rightful lead injection. But no words on this. It's curious. He just must be too busy attending fancy Christmas Nantucket things or whatever. I try to keep specifically political statements, overtly political statements on my Midwestly channel, which I've neglected over the last week or two because I've just been too busy. But, this is a state that flipped blue for him. A lot of people in Waukesha probably voted for him. We know here in Wisconsin, if you look at this article, Jason Rants blasts CNN for their latest comment on Waukesha. This is why they're not trusted. CNN panned for saying a car just, drove through. Seattle radio host Jason Rants tore into CNN on Monday after the network was panned for a tweet that seemed to place the blame on last week's event on the SUV rather than the career criminal who was driving it. Quote, Democrats like to focus on the weapon when they don't want to make villains out of the criminals, when that criminal kind of flies in the face of their narrative that they're missing, Rant said on his appearance on the Faulkner Focus. Unfamiliar with that show. Rants asserted that the media is quick to divert the blame away from the criminal when it suits their agenda, citing activists and media outlets that blame San Francisco retail theft on poverty rather than the actual people doing it. This clown, I'm not even going to read his name, can't be the focus because he's not a white supreme, Rants added, before pointing out the stark difference in media coverage between this and Kyle. Very true. On Sunday, it became the center of social media backlash, when the tweet suggested that the SUV was responsible for everything that resulted in, everything. You can see Waukesha will hold a moment of silence today, marking 1 week since a car drove through the Christmas parade. I see here 1,634 quote tweets, 672 likes. Those pesky cars, I'm afraid to go out on the streets. Those cars are just zooming all over the place. We haven't forgotten here in Wisconsin. There's a beautiful memorial down there I went and saw. Absolutely beautiful. I didn't tweet that stuff out because, I'm not a influencer. I didn't take my picture next to something terrible. I mean, it was beautiful, the memorial, but and just seeing people coming all day, taking time out of their day to go there, organize flowers, light candles, make sure everything wasn't too close to each other. It was really great to see. I love my state and I love the people from my state, and I'm sure you do too, whatever state you're from. And you see local news still covering it now as this loser caught another charge. It's funny how, we'll just never know his motive, will we? I would argue that what's most likely is probably like a dude who decided this was his last get out of jail free card and decided to take as many people as he could with him. That's like literally the best case scenario. What's also possible is all of the things that this man posted on social media over the past 10 years is true. And he probably viewed what he was doing as running over bugs. This, and the trial will probably happen under cover of darkness, won't be televised. None of the details will come out. And this will just be another scar on Wisconsin. But what's more pathetic is how the media downplayed once the facts didn't align with their predetermined narrative. Of course, they wanted the driver to be of a certain background. Everyone knows that. And once that wasn't the case, once the driver was someone that they would probably call stunning and brave, just couldn't be held responsible for their own actions. Oppression led them to do this. They quickly memory hold it. And it's truly stunning to watch happen like in real time, in my own state. Twice. Don't see a lot of left-wing media talking about the acquittal from last week Friday, do you? Biden has no plans at this point in time to visit. Now this is something that I believe 7 or 8 people didn't survive it. Joe Biden made sure to stop everything and go out and see Jacob, another career criminal who got what he was asking for, in my opinion, in that particular situation. A man that was trespassing, a man that was violating an order of protection or something of that nature, if I remember the things correctly, reaching for something sharp and pointy before receiving said injection, resisting arrest numerous times, all caught on tape, but memory hold. Joe Biden and Kamala Harris called the kid a hero, made sure to come visit him. As you saw the president convey last week, our hearts go out to this community. White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki on Monday was asked why the president has not yet visited after after everything that happened. 6 people, I believe, 6 total now. Quote, as you saw the president convey last week, our hearts go out to the community. Well, we're just too busy. Vote for us, though. I'm going to make sure every single person around me remembers this next year during the election, though. To the people there that we've been in touch, obviously with officials there, she said, we're all watching as people are recovering. And this is such a difficult time of year for this to happen. It's difficult any time. Psaki, though, explained that any president going to visit a community requires a lot of assets and requires taking their resources. It's not something so it's our fault. It's our city's fault. It's not something that I have a trip to preview on at this point, Psaki said. But we remain in touch with local officials, and certainly our hearts go out. T's and P's, everybody. T's and P's. It's like, you see, of course he's not going there. What possible political benefit could he or Democrats derive from it? That would just bring more attention to the disastrous cash bail, quote, reforms and who the culprit actually is. He hasn't been to the border either, but he's visited his basement quite a bit. I mean, it's just, it's insane to me. The way the media talked about everything that happened in, with the stupid clowns with their tiki torches, you'd think that 1,000 people perished that day. But, the media, other than right-wing media, no one's talking about this. Nobody cares. The president can't be bothered to come visit. He's got other stuff going on. Here's a question.
Situation in Waukesha closely. It has been revealed. Swerved his truck side to side as part of over. Why hasn't the president visited the members of this Christmas parade attack?
Well, I would say first, as you saw the president convey last week.
Yeah, I mean, he sent a tweet, guy. What do you want? He sent a tweet. I mean, what else do you want?
Our hearts go out to this community, to the people in Waukesha, that we've been in touch, obviously, with officials there.
I can't even stand it. I can't even watch this slime ball. Joe's a coward. Nobody's shocked by this. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you haven't yet, please do click that red subscribe button down below. We'll talk to you again real soon. Huge shout out to this video's sponsor, Meta PCs. Now, I know you're not going to run out and quick buy a brand new computer just because I ran this ad, but what I would hope is that you'll keep Meta PCs in mind for a variety of reasons and use my promo code, TheQuartering, to save big at checkout. Look, Meta PCs offers custom configurations. It has insane parts availability. They're one of the few people I see out there with the brand new NVIDIA 3090 in stock and shipping. When you buy from them, they offer you build photos as they work along. When you receive your PC, it's ready to go out of the box. It's 100% US-based sales and support. And one of my favorite things, it's a veteran-owned business. Meta PCs is veteran-owned. One of Meta's owners has served in Afghanistan and Iraq and received a Purple Heart for his service. Meta also employs military veterans in the Meta Operations Center and also provides systems to veterans going back to school to help them re-enter the workforce all across the United States. Meta PCs also offers financing. Head on over to MetaPC at metapcs.com. Use code TheQuartering at checkout to save money and support my content. If nothing else, go configure a PC, build a little wish list, and when you're ready, remember to use code TheQuartering at checkout at MetaPCs. I know I'll be getting myself a brand new one before the end of the year. Check out metapcs.com.